hip-hop album review, Jarren Benton, My Grandma's Basement. So we already did a previous Jarren Benton project, a review, and I think Jarren Benton is one of them artists that I don't know if he can really, you know, push the envelope or do something different. I think he is what he is, and I don't know if he's ever going to change that, because the impression I get is basically he is a funny guy that, you know, a lot of people make Eminem references to, that has, I think, great production on this project and has flow. I think, again, just like the last project, for me, his flow is amazing. I definitely, I love the production. Y'all already know that bump in the whip type shit. I love that, and he definitely has that all throughout this project. And I think one of the most standout tracks, the very first time I heard it, was the Adidas track. How you know how they mixed in Rev Run talking about Adidas, and also how, you know, I didn't know this, you know, y'all know I'm the youngest one in the crew, how the perception of having fresh Adidas and all that these people were felons. Oh. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know that. You know, that was definitely before my era, so, you know, it was educational. You know, it dropped some knowledge on me, something that I never knew. And I definitely thought, I love the way that they mixed it in. I love the scratching on that one. You know what I'm saying? I thought that was pretty dope, pretty fresh. PBR, what's the name of that motherfucker? PBR and Reefer, I thought was another one of my favorites on there. You know, there's really not much for me to say about Jarren. Like, if you like a charismatic artist that is gonna say, man, suck my dick, and I ain't gonna say shit else but suck dick, suck dick, suck dick, and this is your guy, you know. He's funny, great beats, Kato on the track. Kato on the track, bitch. You know, I like Jarren. I honestly don't feel like I have too much to say on this one. Great production, great flow. He's a funny guy.
What do you think of that homeless?
Oh, shit!
I know we reviewed it last time. You thought that the first one was funny. So what do you think about
man, this one was further. Oh my god!
That's called even more homeless.
Yeah, I was sitting on the couch just like, whoa, this guy's just digging deeper and deeper and deeper. Yeah, the No Homo scale. Oh my god, that was just hilarious, hilarious. Hilarious.
Like I said, I like this project. I thought, you know, he's grown on me. He's been growing on me. I thought for him doing emo rap to, you know, he's always been for that shock value rap type of lyricist type of dude. And then for him to go for some crazy off the wall type of lyrics, I think that's why the Eminem comparison's always been there as well too. Yeah, exactly. But you know, I thought for him using his grandmother, you know, I thought that shows a good I thought it was good though. It shows a good album.
I was like, hell no.
It shows, I guess it shows you how much he appreciates his grandmother. He loves his grandmother. It shows the personal side of him, you know, aside from the shock value of it. I love the features on here, man. He has some really good. Alright, the Rugged Man has some dope features on there. What you about to say?
No, I said I forgot about the R.A. Rugged Man, because, like I said on his review, that I never heard of R.A. before. So when I heard it, I'm like, wait, hold on, I know this voice. And I looked at it, I'm like, oh shit. You know what I'm saying? I was surprised he got R.A.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
Well, just because he's been in such hiatus, so, you know, and yeah.
He's been doing verses, man.
Oh,
He just didn't do an album.
Yeah.
But, yeah. R.A. killed that shit.
Yeah, R.A. I can't think of the line. What did he say? Something about your pussy, I pop your click, or something he said. I can't think of the exact line. R.A. was crazy for that.
He said, put me at the top of your list. I'll have all the dead rappers come out of the grave doing my ad-libs.
That was a dope. No, but he said something about, anyway, I'll touch on that later. But I thought his feature was dope. And then, you know, I think with this album, it also shows that a good chemistry that him and Kato has had now throughout his career. So I think that's really dope. One of my favorite tracks, actually, I think, is the title track, My Grandma's Basement. I think the beat was nuts. I love that beat on there, and I think he was just, I like how he dives into his, I guess his illusion of how he thought living in his grandma's basement, how he was constantly thinking about suicide and thinking about going nowhere in life. So I thought he really touched on some good points on My Grandma's Basement, the title track. That's my favorite, personally my favorite track on there. But like I said, the features did good. I thought Planet 6 was good.
about Lobsters, I liked it.
Huh?
I had never heard of that guy, but I liked it.
Yeah, I thought Planet 6 was good. And of course, with Benny Pass was good. But overall, I like this project, man. What you say? I thought by this being his first Funk volume release, I was hoping a little bit. Hosman was good. He wasn't like terrible, but I was expecting a little bit better by them being label mates, not him and Dizzy Wright and them. I was a little disappointed with that track. So, you know, I was a little like, I could have got more out of that one, but it wasn't bad. But overall, I like this project. It was cool. Jarren Benton, you got a fan.
This was a good album. This is what I like to hear from Jarren Benton, because it was a combination of what he was doing before, and then he kind of ventured out and did something else. And the way they produced the sequence and put this whole album together, I think was great. You know, because you have all those loud, rambunctious tracks, and then you have those tracks where he's serious, like Dreams, then My Grandma's Basement, and then you have those tracks where he's just rapping. You know what I'm saying? He's just rapping his ass off, and he's rapping his ass off with heavyweights, which goes to the which goes to the fact. Like I said, Jarren Benton can rap his fucking ass off. So we had a chance to hear the project before it actually, you know, dropped. Like, you know, so, you know, and that was one of the things that I picked up when we were there, was like, oh, the production that he's rapping over, and when he said, yeah, this is the one with Ari the Rugged Man, I was like, wait, who? And then Benny Pass was like, wait, what? You know what I'm saying? And then he's rapping along with them, right alongside.
I mean, to cut you off, no, I thought, you know, he did with having those features, he didn't get outshined by those features. Really. You know, he held his own really good. You know, sometimes when you get dope lyricists like that on the album, sometimes they make you seem like the featured artist than them being featured. So I thought he did a good job. I thought Jarren Benton did a good job of holding his own. I'm sorry. I just want to say that. Go ahead.
You know, Kato, man, shout out to Kato on the production. I've always did, you know, like Kato's production, but what really caught me was Heart Attack, because I didn't know he produced that track, because it didn't really sound like one of those loud tracks that Kato is typically known for, that I've heard from Kato. So when I heard Heart Attack, which is probably like my favorite song on the album,
like,
you know, I was like, damn.
His ex-girlfriend.
Yeah, man. Well, no, but you listen to how he's rhyming, and he's kind of has that aggressive, and his delivery is flow, like everything, the storytelling.
Because you can tell he was like really angry.
Yeah.
Like, he made you feel like he was really angry about breaking up with that chick.
Yeah.
Like, I'm about to kill this bitch.
Yeah. So is that what he said?
I need a soundbite of just that. I'm about to kill this bitch.
So anyway, yeah, Heart Attack is my shit, man, and it has your girl, Pootie. Pootie.
Was she on this?
Yeah, Pootie was singing.
Oh, that was
Pootie.
I didn't know that was Pootie.
Yeah, that was Pootie.
Oh, shit. I had Pootie.
Pootie was singing her ass
I didn't know that was Pootie.
Yeah, man. Pootie said, I'm going to sing this song and ain't nobody going to stop me.
I didn't know that was Pootie.
Pootie.
Yeah.
Pootie.
No bullshit, no shot. Pootie sounds better on record. But I like Pootie live.
Yeah,
oh, shout out to Pootie.
Yeah,
you didn't know that was Pootie?
I didn't know that was Pootie.
That was Pootie, dog.
That was Pootie.
I didn't know that was
Pootie.
Yeah, I enjoyed this project. I wasn't sure what to expect out of this, because I mean, I've always liked Jarren. And I can't remember if I said this or not during the review of the Kevin Bacon mixtape, but I always feel like Jarren is just spitting. He's just spitting all day long. So I like that, even though the majority of this album was still him just spitting. I like that he threw a couple tracks in there to break up the monotony, like Dreams. Even though I didn't really care for Dreams, like really at all, it wasn't a bad track, and he was definitely rapping, it just wasn't really fun. I'm glad he threw in a track like Dreams, because it shows that he can diversify his content. He's not just a spitter. I like that he's doing a really good job of combining that trap sound with like the more horrorcore type spitting. And he's doing it very well. He's doing exactly what I think a lot of these rappers should do. Spit hella hard on your verses and give somebody a super catchy hook. Because that's all, like, people like us, we're digging, yeah, it's a good formula. Ask Crit. People like us, we want those verses. Then the mainstream people, they want those hooks and those beats. So you're doing it perfectly. This is the type of formula that I think will make you win. But yeah, Jarren Benton is.
So can he win? Do you think he can win? Do you think he can really get out there, out of Atlanta, and really get big?
You know what? I don't even fuck Atlanta,
Yeah,
because
fuck Atlanta.
when you listen to an album like this, Atlanta's the last thing that comes to my mind.
Yeah.
He does not sound like a standard, stereotypical Atlanta MC. Most Atlanta rappers don't spit like this. Like, this dude is up there with Danny Brown. You know, not necessarily with skill level, but I'm saying, like, they could tour together and it would make sense.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
fan base is growing.
and I think they would have the same type of fan base. They'd have to pitch it that way.
Yep.
And he spits like Danny Brown, like the same type of off the wall shit. You know, put a nigga on a dinner plate, penetrate him with a ninja blade or some shit.
So you already, I don't recall eating a rapist.
Yeah, he's just crazy like that. But yeah, I think my favorite track had to be the one with Paz on it, because that beat, yeah, that beat was crazy, and both of them got busy. And following the RA track, it was just perfect sequencing. I was like, man, this shit is nasty.
You know what? Because that's something I didn't say that I wanted to say. Like, just listening to it, I thought it was very well sequenced.
Yeah,
well sequenced. Because, it gave you that roller coaster. It gave you some ups and downs. But, you know, he's a loud type of artist, so you're going to get that anyway.
And then Kato produced that one, too.
Yep.
Yeah, that Paz track, so...
And Paz came out like real aggressive on this shit.
Paz, like I said during the RA, Paz ain't fucking around with verses right now. Like with guest verses, he's putting everything in these guest verses.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. Overall, I think this is a great album. It's a great first. Is it actually like officially on Funk Volume?
Yeah, Funk Volume.
Because I don't remember seeing Funk Volume on the CD. But I know he's with Funk Volume, but I'm saying, was this actually put out on Funk Volume as an official album?
That I don't know. I just,
I would have to go to the car to get
Nah, it ain't that important. I'm just curious. But either way, I definitely think that he can win. He could definitely do it. You know, it. I'm not so much hearing the M comparison anymore, except on Heart Attack, because I mean it's very reminiscent of M's Kim. You know, where I'm talking about how much I love this chick, but I'm killing her anyway. Put her in the trunk, same type of M shit. I think that a better comparison right now is just Danny Brown. He reminds me a lot of Danny Brown. But yeah, overall, man, I enjoyed this a lot.
You know, like Mike said, I definitely agree. He doesn't sound like a prototypical Atlanta rapper, but I like the fact that he reps Atlanta. Like, he says East Side.
Decatur.
Yeah, he reps it hard. You know what I'm saying? And I appreciate that. I like when artists put on for their city and let you know where they're from and kind of give you, you know, a little backdrop of what made them who they are. This album, beginning to end, definitely bumps in the whip, except no homo. You know, I don't know if I'm gonna be listening to that in the car, motherfuckers looking at me crazy. But that shit is hilarious. But definitely bumps in the whip, beginning to end. I definitely think this is his debut album, right?
Yeah.
So it's official, first official. So, you know, shout out to a stellar debut album. I think it's the stellar album. Keep doing your thing, man. Keep doing your thing.
This gave me exactly what I didn't expect, but I liked it. You know what I'm saying? I like expecting the unexpected. You know, dealing with an artist and them coming up with their upcoming projects. And this project, he hit home with this one really good for his official debut album. And you know, I liked it, man. I liked it from front to back. Like I said, maybe, you know, what, 17, 19 tracks, a few, maybe three or four I could have took off. But overall, I love the project. I support it. Support the artist. Buy it. Cop it. It's his first album. Support him.
Yeah, support Jarren Benton, man. Go out and cop the album. It's definitely a well-produced album. There's a lot of variety on this album that I liked, and Jarren Benton definitely has a formula that works between that trappy sound and then the hip hop sound, and then none of it sounds forced. And you know, and I think that deserves mention because he just I mean, yeah. So definitely go out. It's a good album. Go out and support the album, cop it, buy it, and fuck with him. And shout out to Pootie.
I agree with Ken. It's a great debut album. Like I said, Jarren, please stick with this formula. I think a lot of people should really focus on this type of thing. Not saying you have to just spit that random shit like he does, but man, make your verses hard, make your choruses catchy. And if Jarren Benton keeps this up, he'll be exactly where I think he wants to be. And Funk Volume is a great place for him. They got all of those really good spitters. I think he's posed to be a real problem in the game. But yeah, and like Ken said, shout out to Kato. Kato put his ass in this production. Yeah, Jarren Benton, Grandma's Basement. What else can I say, man? Good job. Please keep this shit up, and I'm looking forward to seeing these dudes kill Atlanta. What, in a couple weeks?
Yeah.
So yeah, that's it.